Good morning and welcome. We're at the Charlotte Comicon, the winter show for it. They say it's a smaller Comic-Con, but it's our first, so we're super excited about it. If you enjoy this video, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe because we do more things like this in the Charlotte area and then some. But thank you for watching. Let's go check it out. If I'm walking in, we see a lot of artwork here in the hallway. Baby Yoda, Kristen. Look at all these Pokeballs here. It's like little snow globes minus the snow. Really good artwork by artfulsunshine.com. If you're into comics, this is a place to go right here. I've always wanted to get into comics, but I wouldn't even know where to start. There's so many different variations of different comic book characters that it's just kind of overwhelming for me. So I just never really buy them.
A friend of mine bought the same machine they have at the Pepsi plant. So we're able to etch directly onto the aluminum, then we seal them. They don't smudge, they don't smear. You can get them wet. You can even hang them outside, they do not rust.
That is awesome.
As an artist, I love that my work will be around forever.
Nick Castle, what's your name? Is it
Chad?
Jack?
Chad.
This guy says that he does everything in Sharpie and transfers it over to metal. So what you're looking at is like a metal print, I guess.
That's very true.
There's his name if you want to go check him out. Very cool artwork. Kristen's in her area of expertise here, aren't you? Going through all the Disney Funko Pops, and there are a lot of them.
Oh, look here! Oh, I thought that was Baby Spice. That's not Baby Spice. Go away.
She can sniff out a Funko Pop from a mile away, I swear. What'd you get?
Walgreens exclusive?
Yeah, I don't know. Oh wow, look at these Lego figures.
They're all custom.
I like this.
The Joker and Harley Quinn beach style. How cool is that?
I'll take it.
Jonathan Rosenbaum. And these are kids' books here?
Yes, they are. That one is like a tortoise and the hare, but it's a zombie and a vampire.
I'm making a mess of this. Here we go.
I mean that's for looking, so you're welcome to. I think for younger kids, this one's great. It's got rhythm and repetition. It's the first book I did. That one's and that one right there is like the Ugly Duckling in reverse. It's a sweet story.
Super cool. I mean, look at the Jason Voorhees up here.
I got a lot of. I do a lot of horror shows too, so I got a lot of that.
Can't go wrong with kids' books and horror shows, can you?
Oh yeah, I know. Well, I mean, these are somewhat horror related. This is the first one, which is, you know, a zombie and a vampire, and that one is I use a monster, but it's definitely more friendly. Thank you.
Yeah, see, I think this is the custom stuff I was looking for when I don't want just regular Boba Fett or just regular.
Which, by the way, I don't have anymore, but I had at one point Bubba Fett.
What is it?
Bubba Fett.
Bubba Fett?
Yes, I ran out of that one, but I had Bubba Fett.
When I was little, I remember owning these wrestling action figures and playing with them pretty much my entire childhood. Breaking them all to pieces, blowing them up with firecrackers, you know, all the good stuff.
Hey, look.
This would be our daughter's bib right here. I poop faster than the Flash.
come to the dark side and bring me some cookies.
Rolling, rolling, rolling. Keep those bottles coming. Training to be a Sith Lord, that's a good one.
Judge me by my size, dude.
There's not a whole lot of space between these things. And man, this is a pain pushing the stroller through here, but they have a lot of cool stuff. The only problem is you just kind of go where the flow goes. You can't really go where you want because sometimes traffic's going against you. And you can't go through there. But this is a good little Comic-Con. If this is small, I'd love to see the bigger ones. Check out these toys here, Star Wars toys. Dude doing some VR stuff. I've never done it before, admittedly. I've never worn a VR set. I don't know if I'm going to here or not, because you probably have to pay for it. And I think pretty much everybody's going to have it at some point. I think it's going to be the future of gaming in the next probably 3-5 years. But man, it looks pretty fun. There are absolutely tons and tons of toys everywhere you look. Look at this old one, $800. But if you're a toy collector, especially vintage stuff, this is the place you need to be. I haven't seen Quail Dog since I was a kid. You remember that from Doug? These are all the ones that I wanted at the store for $10 for $5 each, or 5 for $20, so they're even cheaper than $5 each if you get more than if you get 5 of them. $70 for this little Ewok. Lord, at the money I've thrown away. I could be rich right now, practically. Poppin' Beards here has a ton of Funko Pops and does really cool artwork for Funko Pops. Check that out. Freddy Krueger, Ninja Turtles, Venom. Really cool artwork. The man himself, Michael Myers. So we're gonna head out into the hallway here. It stretches out of the convention center and down this hallway. And we're gonna see what they have to offer out here. This place is fairly large, so like I said before, I don't know what a large Comic-Con would look like. TheVariant.com has got some really cool like cosplay photography that they do. It seems like this hallway is like high-end customized stuff. You can see here there's a Star Trek table. They've got a really cool Ghostbusters table here. Proton packs. And here is a Star Wars table. They've got some really cool helmets. It's kind of hard to see.
How hard is it to make saber?
501st Company. Do some nice work. Tons of Black Series Star Wars here for $10 a pop. They were $25 at the stores from this dude here. Really nice guy. The Supreme Leader showed up to the Comic-Con. Congrats on your new title there. How many of you guys remember this dude? It took me a while, but he told me that it was Street Sharks. I actually couldn't remember it, but I remember having these as a kid. Here at this table, this guy's name is Selfish Comics.
And if y'all would also
He says it's a new comic book store opening up in Concord. If you sign up, you get two. If you sign your email address here, you get 2 free comics. So I definitely grabbed that really fast.
Thank you guys.
I'll check it out one day. Dungeon Wards has got one of the best pictures ever drawn.
So anything you see is only 10.
How can you go wrong with that?
$2, or you know, if you want a couple, I'll get a deal.
One last look at the convention center part of the Charlotte Comic-Con. There are a lot of comics here. If you're interested in that stuff, you need to hit this place up. Tons of Funko Pops. They've got a few custom pieces that people make, and they look really good. There's lots of good paintings and just artwork like that. I bought a few of those, but if you bought everything you liked, you'd be broke. So you have to stop somewhere. Lots of good cosplay going on. But yeah, really good time. Star-Lord. Cool deal. Heading out to the car, you can see that the show doesn't even stop just as you exit the doors. It carries on out into the parking lot. How neat is this? This is probably going to be my future car when I get old. How cool would it be to drive that around? Drop your kid off at school in that. Here's another one for you people who want to bus ghost and save the environment at the same time. Toyota Prius Ecto 1. Ecto 0.5. So that does it for us at the show. But I'm gonna head home and show y'all the cool merchandise we bought. And we bought a pretty good amount. Probably spent more than we should. But stay tuned and check it out. These guys putting their differences aside for the Charlotte Comic-Con. They've got some bad history together, but they're cool with each other now. Alright, we're back home from the Charlotte Comic-Con, and we purchased some things that I'd like to show you. Some neat little, pieces of art, in my opinion, that are kind of custom. So, let me show you that. So to start off, I got some things for the baby's room, and I think this Chewbacca, baby Chewbacca, was from a company called Maya Nation. I can't really remember the name right offhand, but I did rep them in the video previously. So you'll probably see that in their booth. This is a caricature we had made of her riding on BB-8. This is from Carolina Caricatures. And this probably took the person maybe 10-15 minutes to make. But she did a really good job sitting still, and I think it turned out wonderfully. Next up, what we have is what I think looks like custom pieces. Little Lego pieces. They might not actually be custom. It might be just out of other sets that they put together, but I really think it's custom. And same as the other picture, I repped them in the video earlier. I can't remember their name right now, but I'm sure you'll see it in the previous parts of this video. But these things, I think we paid $20 for 6 of them. Yeah, I feel like we kind of overpaid just a little bit, but I think it's worth it. You never see this stuff out like that. We found this Black Series Ray for $10. Now, the box is in rough condition, but I think we're just going to wait for my daughter to get older and let her take it out of the box. I don't think it's going to be a collector's piece or anything like that. But these usually sell for $20, and we got it for $10. So I thought that was a pretty good deal. Here we've got 2 comic books that I actually picked up for free from a business called Sailfish Comic Books, I think is what it is. It's a new store that they plan on opening up in Concord. And I think you spell it like Sailfish. So if you just signed up and gave them your email address, you got 2 free comic books. So I thought that was pretty cool. I went ahead and did it. Lastly, we've got this red Darth Vader. It's sold only at Target, and you had to have a red card to be able to buy it. I don't think they sell it anymore. We paid $20 for this, and I think it was a little bit high, but my wife really liked it, and I don't know, maybe the values of these will go up one day, maybe they won't, but she really did like this red Funko Pop, so we picked it up. So that does it for me. That was my first Comic Con. I had a good time, and I'm definitely going to try to go to the other ones. I've always wanted to go to like every single one that they've had in Charlotte and in Raleigh and things, but for whatever reason, every time they've had one, I've had something else planned and I couldn't do it. So I thought this was pretty convenient to go to, and it was a little bit small for some of the Comic Cons that I've seen on YouTube, but it definitely needs more publicity and more people coming to it. I think it definitely has a lot of potential because we had a blast, and it only cost $5 to get in. And as you can see, some of this merchandise, some of it was decently priced in my opinion. I didn't really haggle too much. I got a couple things for cheaper than what they stickered it at. But for artwork like the caricatures and the baby Chewbacca and stuff, I don't like kind of haggling that because that is those people's work. So, you know, it's kind of like you're saying that you really like their work, but it's not what they're asking for. I think that's kind of offensive. So I might have paid up on some things, but I think for, you know, generally, I think we got a pretty good deal on most of this stuff. I'm definitely going to go back to the next one next year, and I'd like to check out the cosplay competitions that they have. We missed out on that, and that was that's always a big thing in any Comic Con to go to. We did see a lot of good cosplay there, so kind of stinks that I didn't go to that competition, but you know, it was like 6 hours long, 5, 6 hours long, and we just can't stay there that long. We probably should have waited a little bit, but then you risk missing out on some of this. If you show up maybe 2 hours later, you might not get all the merchandise that you want. So I risked it, went there for the merchandise, skipped out on the cosplay competitions, but it was a lot of fun. I think my wife liked it too. So thanks for watching. If you really liked this video, please be nice and give me a thumbs up and subscribe because I do a lot of Charlotte area things and then some. So I guess I'm going to log off now. I guess it's time to say it. It's game over.